Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my very first YouTube video, and my very first episode of my Real Valladolid career mode. As you can see in the screen in front of you, it's not a normal career mode. It is a challenge I found on Twitter by the users at FIFA CM Tips and at career mode _ FIFA. And the rules are as follows, as you can see on the screen. Ronaldo Nazario, R9, Fat Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo, whatever you know him as, is currently the owner of Real Valladolid. Get a Brazilian striker either through the youth academy or by buying one and make that striker the next R9. Get this player to be the club all-time top goal scorer of 73 goals. My goal after the 4 seasons is to win the La Liga and the Copa del Rey for the first time in the club's history. For the first few seasons, make the use of loanees such as Pedro Porro and Unal, who I believe is their striker at the moment, and try and fit in Hatem Ben Arfa, a absolute legend in my opinion. Loved him when he was at Newcastle. And you must have at least 2 players loaned in from each Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, their nearby clubs, for the first 2 seasons. In the past, Real Valladolid used to have 2 Colombian superstars, Valderrama and Higuaita. Scout a high potential Colombian goalkeeper and attacking midfielder to find the new Higuaita and Valderrama. Which could be interesting to see what we get from them. I'm not allowed to use or sign players on a pre-contract from clubs, and I'm not allowed to use a financial takeover. So that's the basic rules. I think as far as everything else, I think anything else goes. So yeah, let's get into the game. Okay guys, in game now, as you can see on the screen. Real Valladolid, 4-star team, not terrible at all. There's definitely worse teams to start off with. However, being in La Liga, they might struggle for the first season. Hopefully we don't get relegated, which would not be ideal start, considering we need to win the La Liga within 4 seasons. Domestic success, very low expectations, same with the continental success. Low brand exposure needed. Financial medium, shouldn't be too bad, and youth development medium. However, I usually like to go with a quite youthful squad, find some different players, hopefully some decent attacking players to use. What we want to know is our transfer budget starting out is 2.7 million. It's not terrible. We can definitely get some decent players in for that price. We do play in purple, love the colour purple on kits, and our club worth is currently just over 8 million. So yeah, let's get into it. We will be playing on legendary. Drop the half length down to 4 minutes just so I get through the games faster. I'm not the biggest fan of 6 minutes against the AI. It does get a bit tedious. International job offers, gonna disable them. Not really interested in any international job offers at the moment. Maybe on a different, if I ever choose to do a different career mode, I'll put it on. European competitions enabled, doesn't really affect us yet. Transfer, yep, everything else standard. In we go. I am going to accept the invites to the pre-season tournaments, as it does give you some decent money if you can go far. I'm going to take the highest offer. I don't think I'm going to play I'm going to sim these games, get them out of the way, as there's no real need. I'd rather get straight into the league games and then find out how my team plays then. Might be risky, however, we'll see how it goes. Right, this is our first look at the team. Currently playing a flat 4-4-2, proper Brexit football. This is the Unal up top. He's our one player on loan. and I can't remember the other player they said I had on loan I had to use. There he is, Ben Arthur. I think I'm gonna make him my main man for now, especially in the first season. Them 5-star skills, wand of a left peg, 4-star weak foot as well. There he is. There's the other guy on loan is Porro. Not bad looking right back, probably better than the ones we got there at the moment, but he is our club captain. He is 33, getting on a bit. Current age of the side, got decent young Unal up top, but it would seem... Oh, he looks decent. Villa on the left wing. 24 years old, 4-star, decent pace, decent dribbling. Yeah, I can work with that. He looks right. But a lot of the team reaching the wrong side of 20, almost 30. Some of them are 30. Gonna have maybe a little clear out, get some younger players in. Maybe promote some from down in the reserves here. Just looking for decent players. Not great. Decent keeper. However, our keeper at the moment is pretty solid. He's probably our best player on the team. So yeah, let's take a look at our emails. Okay, so here we just got the box standard emails. Thank you for accepting the invitation to the European International Cup. Important information about the transfer market that we get every season. Now this is what we want. We have our visions and expectations. We'll take a look at them in a second. My scout has found a total of 10 players in Spain, and my scout, that's my scout there, Miguel Palacios. Just information about the scouting. Let's go to objectives. So they want me to finish mid-table, reach around the 32 in the Copa de España, Copa del Rey, and make 2.7 million profit from youth player sales within the first 2 seasons, which is not too bad. That's a longer objective. We can do that. So yeah, brand exposure within 3 seasons. Another long-term goal is increase ticket sales, season ticket holders with 10% of the stadium's capacity. Shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully we play some sexy, attractive football, get the fans wanting to come watch. Another long term within 3 seasons increase the club worth of your club by 100%. Hopefully, assuming everything goes all right, 3rd season we should be hitting maybe a Europa League. If we're lucky, playing well, Champions League. It should have doubled by then quite easily. Like I said earlier, finished mid-table, reached around the 32, and currently no continental success. Okay, I'm gonna go into squad, set up the team, take a good in-depth look at the players, set up the tactics to the way I'll play, and I'll get back to you. Here we go. I've got the formation set up and all the tactics done. This will be my current starting 11. This is what we'll go into the first game as, hopefully. It will certainly be the one we'll go into the first simulated game of the pre-season friendlies as anyway. We have our loanee Unal up top, decent young striker. We do also have another young striker who we do own in Sandro. However, he's slightly slower. However, they're about equal on shooting. So it goes. If I'm not enjoying Unal, I might just swap it out. Try out some other options. Main man in central cam, Ben Arthur. Perfect cam really to start off with. 5-star skills, decent dribbling, good all-round attacking stats, passing, shooting, pace. Hopefully he'll be able to work some magic for us going forward. Flanking him, we do have right attacking mid, playing a 4-2-3-1 narrow, so right attacking mid is Plano. 28 years old, not too bad. Decent amount of pace. He's left-footed, playing on the right-hand side, so I want him to cut inside. Hopefully drive some shots across the goalkeeper, curl some in, finesse some in. Hopefully he does a job for us. Same on the other side. Bia, right-footed, cutting inside, decent pace, not the greatest shooting, however high dribbling and decent passing. Hopefully them two can get forward, past Ben Arthur into the channels, play some decent attacking football. In the central midfield, our new captain Michel, 30 years old. Poor pace, if I'm being honest. However, now I'm looking at him, I think I'm going to need to change him. He's not great. Poor passing, decent passing, decent dribbling, but so slow. Not the greatest defending and physical either. It's not ideal. I think he might be our first upgrade. Potentially looking at a decent central defensive midfielder, maybe a second central centre mid who can get forward more. Because alongside him we do have 28-year-old Alcaraz, who brilliant all round. It's all greens except for his pace, which is slightly low, but it's absolutely no problem for a central defensive midfielder. He's got great physicality, he can defend. Hopefully he can be pretty solid for us for at least a season or two. Going into our back four, we do have left back Nacho. He is 30, but he's got some great pace. Decent defending, decent dribbling, decent physical. That's all you want from left back. Going over to right back, we do have our loanee Porro. Can play further forward, but he's starting at right back for now. He's got decent pace, decent dribbling, and pretty well-rounded stats altogether for a right back, especially since he's 73 rated. However, I would probably say he's that area of the field is the next place I'll be looking to upgrade. And then into our centre backs, we've got a young centre back partnership here, 20 years of age, Salisu. Yeah, we'll go with that. 6'3", left foot on the left side, love that. 69 pace, brilliant for a centre back. Starting out, decent defending, very good physical. What more could you want? Partnering, more of a well-rounded player. Jacqueline, 23 years old, can play CDM if needed, 6'3", decent pace, not bad passing, not bad dribbling, good defending and good physical as well. He'll be more of a ball playing centre back if I wanted to play out from the back with him. And then in goals, obviously, Jordi Matip, not the tallest of keepers. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that's not a major issue, because I was hoping he would be the kind of the player that I would stick with for the longest, being an 81 rated keeper. Hopefully I won't need to upgrade him, but yeah, definitely need to upgrade my central defensive midfielder first, I think. So let's get into that. Let's take a look at some possible signings we can get into. Before I forget, I did forget to show you current formation, obviously 4-2-3-1 narrow, playing with the cams, wide cams and the central cam, but also my tactics. We are playing high depth, pressing after possession loss. It is the tactic it is the kind of same that I play on Ultimate Team. I'll see how it goes for now. Being lower stamina players, if I find that they're draining the stamina too quickly, I'll drop that to balanced. However, probably keep the depth the same. Nice high depth, win the ball back high up the field, bring a counter attacks. Offense, balanced offense, middle of the road with width. Don't want them too wide. Don't want to be on the touchline, so they're never going to get in the game, especially the left and the right attacking mids. However, don't want them too narrow, congested in the middle of the field. Decent amount of players in the box. I like to work the ball into the box, find an opening to shoot. And finally, the corners, medium corners, less free kicks, as I don't really... If I'm going for free kicks, I usually pass it short, or I'm pinging it from wherever I am. So it's very, very rare that I whip a free kick in to the box. So yeah, that's balanced. May have currently a slight change of formation. If I'm finding 4-2-3-1's not working for me in game, I'm struggling to break teams down, or if they're dominating me, I'll switch to a 4-2-2, proper Brexit football with the two holding midfielders. More or less the same tactics, to be honest, as the 4-2-3-1. I'll change that down to match. So that's one attacking formation, and we also do have, if we ever go behind 1 goal, 2 goals, and it's the last 20 minutes in a big game, say, and it's just all out, more or less, constant pressure, high depth, long ball, get the ball up the field as fast as possible, get as many players in the box. A lot of people in. If we win a corner, got plenty of players in the box trying to win the header, get that goal, keep the free kicks the same, and yeah, hopefully try and grab a goal that we need if we're ever losing. And the final thing I'll go through on the tactics is in the player instructions. On normal, we do have Unal up top, just keep them on stay forward. 3 attacking midfielders, I believe I've left as they are. I don't think I've got any problems changing them at the moment. The 2 central defensive mids, we've got the 1 on stay back while attacking, the other one on balance attack. I'd rather him get slightly forward more, contribute to the attacks, whereas the other one stays back and shields the back 4 more or less, plays that N'Golo Kante role sort of thing. Yeah, but they also both on cover centre. I don't want them roaming out to the wing backs, taking up leaving huge gaps in the middle of the field. I just want them to stay still in the middle of the park. Currently, let's see how it goes for now. We've got to stay back while attacking on the fullbacks. Yeah, if I find that I don't have enough firepower going forward, I will put that back onto balanced, and then obviously stay back while attacking, bog standard on everything else. Right, here we are on the search players tab. One of our objectives, if you'd say, one of our challenges is to get loan players in from Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid. Hopefully I can get a couple of loan players in, especially a central midfielder if they got one available, to help thicken the team, bolster it if they can, hopefully make some big impacts. Let's take a look. Any others in here? Mondi, not going to be able to sign him. 17-year-old Brazilian centre forward. Renier could be interesting. 14 million release clause. I mean, another of the challenges is to sign the next R9. Might as well sign him from a team that R9 played for. Definitely shortlist him in. We'll quickly take a look at Atletico Madrid as well, see if they've got any decent young players coming through. João Felix, I can't imagine they will let him go. Lodi, Tony Montoya, Party, Card, a right back, which we definitely think we need going into the start of the season. Could be one to keep an eye on. Riquelme, big name player. If he could be anything like the real Riquelme, it could be a decent little pickup for us. Manu Sanchez, another fullback. We'll shortlist him. So yeah, that's it from Atletico and Real. I'm going to take a look around for some other potential prospects or cheap buys that I can pick up. Add them to the shortlist and I'll get back to you. So a couple of extra players I've added onto the shortlist is Boubakary Soumare from Lille in the French league. Young player, decent centre mid. Don't know how much he would go for currently. I know he's got a decent potential. Good player to pick up early to try and grow. And the same with Ibrahim Sangay, another centre defensive mid, centre mid who can play both. He's currently already got 2 traits on him. 6'3", both great defensive midfielders, and they could probably do a job going forward as well as second CDMs. I couldn't find too much in terms of fullbacks at the moment, so we're gonna move on ahead and go into our first simulation match. Just before we get into the first match, we do have a early transfer offer for our left mid Waldo, who's currently not even starting for us. They are offering 9.5 million for us. For Waldo is Villarreal. They are in the same league as us, potential rivals. But I'm gonna ask them for a bit more money. See if they accept. Obviously, any more money is great for us. Means we can buy better players. Especially considering we're not even using this player currently. He's just sitting on the bench for us. If they don't move after I drop the 12, then maybe I'll keep him for now. See if any other offers come in. If not, he's always brilliant. If we don't manage to shift him, he's a brilliant player to come off the bench or even potentially start if I'm not enjoying the current left mid I've got. Okay, so it would seem that they're not budging on the 9.5. So I'm gonna keep hold of him for now. Might live to regret it, but I don't want to get rid of him being only 23 and 75 overall already for just 9.5 million. That would seem like I think I might be losing out there, especially to a team in the same league as me. Okay, first game against Rapid Vienna, decent side, should be a decent test. I know the simming on the game can be a bit temperamental, depending on if you're home and away, but hopefully it'd be nice to get a first win, even if it is just a simulation. Fingers crossed. And we do. There we are. First managerial win. 1-0 win against Rapid Vienna in the 83rd minute. Plano coming up clutch. Nacho getting an early yellow card. Not getting sent off, you love to see. So yeah. Quickly before we go to the next game, I will set up the training drills. But I'm going to upgrade Salusu, get his defensive. Just try and max out as much defensive stuff as we can with him. And simulate all of them. Not bad. Salusu does get an A, a couple of Bs and a D and a C, but it's not too bad at all. Okay, next game in European International Cup pre-season friendly tournament, that's a mouthful, is against KV Kortrijk. Not sure where they're from. However, hopefully we're going to keep the same team. Hopefully we can follow up with another win. For the next game, I will switch to a slightly different team, keep some players happy, keep them rested or all fit, and you get a nice 2-0 win. Both goals coming from defenders, Porro on the score sheet late on, and Yaquin early on in the first half. A nice 2-0 victory there against SC Rosenborg. Should be a difficult game. They've taken 4 points from the first 2 games, so both teams unbeaten. Hopefully we can get the win. Okay, it's not ideal. Plano with another goal though. Do get a draw. Ben Arthur missed a penalty just after the second half kicked off. And we do have, unfortunately, an injury to Olivas, our centre-back. However, he's not a starting centre-back, thankfully. He's not a main man. Okay, it's not ideal. It's only 2 months, but it's something we can work with. Like I said, it's not one of the main players. We do have a loan offer here for Cookie Zalazar. He is a can play right middle striker, and he is only a youngster, and AZ have come in for him on loan. I think I'm going to accept that. Hopefully he'll go out and have some decent experience, come back, better potential, better rating. And with Hatem Ben Arfa getting a bit older now, I think he's 34 almost, he could potentially be a player that we bring in to replace him and move into our semi-final match against Kasim Pasa. Before we do have our final reports on Sume and Sange, and also a transfer offer for Michel of Besiktas, which I am gonna bite your hand off for because he didn't look the greatest, and he is 30 years of age. Hopefully this will fund, bringing in one of the next 2 we're gonna look at here. But we'll put an offer in for both of them and see what we get back. Okay, just adjust the budget. We've got 8 million to work with. I'd be very surprised if we can actually get them. I completely forgot that we only had like 2, but through almost 3 million to start with. If they do off, I'm gonna lowball the offer for both of them. I'm going to start with more or less my maximum, which is about 8 million. If I do manage to get it, it'll be brilliant. Okay, our match against Kasi Pasa. Mixed bag of results for them. Lost 1, drew 1, and won 1 against Mold, Bochum, and Bielefeld. I don't know which country from. Judging by the badge, I'm going to imagine Turkey. Probably not the greatest of teams. Hopefully we can get a win here and get through to the next round, which we do. Ben Arfa finally get on the goals again in the goals on the score sheet, as well as Villa off the bench. Nice little 2-0 win. Ben Arfa does get a penalty goal, but yeah, the first tournament win of the season. Don't think it counts as silverware, but it counts in my heart. See how it goes. Bielefeld, sounds German, but I'm not too sure. Never really heard of it. 3 wins in a row for them, but not a 4th. We are European International Cup champions 2020, ladies and gentlemen. Unal, both goals, a nice little brace going into the start of the season. Brilliant result for us. Extra money into the bag, a little trophy to add to the trophy cabinet, and full of confidence going into the start of the season. Okay, we're not quite at the first game yet, but as you can see here, unfortunately, they didn't want to give Toulouse didn't want to let go Ibrahim Sange for any less than 12 million, which we just simply didn't have enough for at the moment. So we have lost out on him. We won't be able to, but we do have all these reports come through on the players I scouted earlier, which I'm going to take a look at now. Renier, which was the one I was interested in, being the Brazilian centre forward. Yeah, he looks like a decent player. I think we might try and bring him in on loan for the 1 season, see how he does. If he doesn't work, we'll look elsewhere. Brahim is a decent looking player, however he is expensive. I can't imagine, with a huge wage, I can't imagine they're gonna let him come to. I wouldn't even be able to afford him, I don't think, to be honest. Still not at the first game of the season yet, but we do have some good news. We have managed to get an offer agreed with Lille for Boubakary Soumé for 8 million, which is a brilliant pull. If we manage to get into the team, he's going to strengthen the midfield up massively if we can manage to get to pay his wages at least. I'm not sure, I can't remember what our weekly wage budget is, but we're going to accept and try and manage to snag him. Yeah, and they're happy with it. That's brilliant. That's a great first signing for the club, to be fair. Nice solid centre defensive mid. A big upgrade on the player that we did have there before. And he will be going straight into the first team for the first game of the season. Quickly, we do have a transfer offer off Monaco for our centre mid, Fede. He is only 22. He was starting before I bought Soumé. He does have a release clause of 11.5 million. I'd rather him not let him go for less than that 11 million. That sounds like a decent price range, especially considering he's 22 years old, and he has got that potential to grow if we do decide to play him. So I am going to reject the offer for now, because we're not incredibly stacked for that central midfield spot. However, if they do trigger the release clause, there's nothing I can do about it anyway. Never mind. Renier has rejected the proposal to join the club. He doesn't fancy it, despite Ronaldo being our owner. You'd think he'd want to play for the great R9 Ronaldo's club. But in that case, never mind. I would say it's his loss, but it's potentially our loss. He could have been a great player. We did take a couple of other loans out for the two Atletico Madrid fullbacks. I'm just gonna accept both of them, see if they can come in. And we do have a transfer offer off Everton for Yaquin, who is one of our centre-backs. Does have a 15 million release clause, more or less. And they're only offering 6.9 million. I'm going to reject it for now, as I don't really want to change the general dynamic of the team, especially with him being so young and having a decent potential, it would seem. Obviously, by the time the next transfer window in January comes around, he could have grown a bit more. We could have gotten a bit more money out of them, even if they trigger the release clause, which just goes beyond what we can do. It would seem that no one from Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid wants to join the club on loan. It's not ideal considering the challenge we're doing, but I guess we'll just have to look elsewhere at different players. Another transfer offer coming in for Fede. West Ham this time offering slightly more than Monaco did. However, I'm just going to reject that the same. We're not looking to sell at the moment. I'm going to dip back into the transfers, see what Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid players I did shortlist, see if I can get any of them on loan. Okay, we have got a transfer in for Nacho of Schalke in Germany. They're offering 8 million for him. He's currently valued at 6.5. I think I'm going to take it. 8 million is quite a lot of money if I can get him gone, and we can definitely get in someone better and younger currently to replace. So I'm going to accept that. Hopefully it does go through, does break down or anything. Alright guys, so that's a massive loan in for us actually. We did have to scrape the bottom of the barrel. I didn't put in for Brahim, the winger from Real Madrid, because I didn't think he would be interested in coming. I didn't think Real Madrid would want to let him go. However, he has accepted, unlike the Brazilian striker, he has accepted to come to the club and play for the year on loan, which is a big bring in for us. He's a great player. I think he's got 5-star weak foot as well. If we go check him out in the team, yeah, there we are. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills, decent pace, brilliant dribbling. His other stats are not great, however, I might try and upgrade them a little bit just so we can use them a bit more. Finally into our first game. Tough game against Real Betis away. It's not going to be a full gameplay. We'll just do I'll just show the key bits and key shots, any goals, any bad tackles, anything like that. Hopefully we can get our first win.
And the game is kicked off. Here we have the Real Betis lineup for you.
Get there, Brahim. Get there, Brahim.
That's the way to win the ball back.
Ben Arthur into Unal. Ben Arthur's made the run. Oh, he shacked it wide. A nice little turn inside to make the space for himself, but he's absolutely fluffed his lines. First shot of the game for either side. Come on, you gotta do better there, fullback. That's great, Sumer. That's brilliant. That's why we brought him in, boys. Big unit in the middle of midfield, breaking up the attacks, and now we're on the counter attack ourselves.
Still danger here. That's a good save.
Got away with that one there. Ball bobbled around in the box, but it's fallen to his Pedraza on the edge of the box, who the keeper has made a great save, to be fair. First call to action for the keeper this season, and he's dealt with it well, to be fair. He's lost his man. That's a great tackle, Salisu. He's going to be my main centre back. I think he's got a dominant presence there at the back.
Maybe he'll cross it here. Well, the signal's gone up for 2 minutes. Must be a goal. Some save that. Well, that is sheer.
Another couple of saves. Good saves. It's the end of the first half, lads. They've had probably the better of the ball. They've had a couple of good chances. Masip has made some decent saves, kept us in the game. We've just still only had that one chance really with Ben Arthur early on. Since then, they've had a couple of corners. Like the shot right there, didn't clear it. They've managed to strike it, but Masip has been equal to it.
45 minutes to go as we start the second half.
We're inside. They've blocked it. He just hasn't got that pace. I think I'm going to need to make a sub. Bring Diaz off. I need someone with a bit more pace to get down that flank. It's a great tackle again. Sumer, he's been brilliant, to be fair, in the middle of midfield. Broke up a few attacks. Gonna pause it there. Gonna bring on a couple of subs. Think I'm gonna change. Gonna bring Waldo on the right mid. Bit more pace down there. We're going to bring Plaza on up top for Unal, who hasn't quite been doing it for me, to be honest. He hasn't really been in the game. I haven't got the ball into him, but I think I need a change up top. As for everything else, I'm going to leave it as it is for now. If I need to change anything later on, we'll have one more sub to make. Lost the ball again, that's silly. Iglesias. Oh no, you've got to do better there. Got to do better there. 1-0 down, guys. He's won the ball, but the touch has taken it into the attacker, who's nicked it and rifled one home for the edge of the box. It is unfortunate, but it's not against the run of play. It has been coming, to be honest.
And the stoppage in play.
Great ball inside by Plazo. Back stick. Come on! First goal. Who is that? That's a great header at the back post. Tony Villa. That's a great run into the back stick. That's why we've put him on. Get into the box for crosses for that exact reason. get him at the back stick. Nice header down.
Well, here's the goal
We're
again.
back in the game. It's 1-1.
Here's, terrific play on the ball.
Nick Fikio's just centred for a hot dog. He's offside. No. Okay. Stop the cross. Well done, fullback. Well done. It's their last substitution, I think. Lauren coming on for Alfonso Pedraza. He's the guy who scored the goal, to be fair. Glad to see the back of him. Put this out to the fullback. Up the wing. Get up the wing. It's a great ball. Tony Villa, our goal scorer.
Going forward well.
Oh, it's a free kick.
He's had a look at the result.
Call the player in narrow.
Snatch it late on with a
Player on the
delivery
edge. Canero. Oh, why has he tried
Because
that?
it was just the one ball on for the attacking team, but the defenders
It's a
saw it
waste.
coming
It's a
easily,
waste.
really.
They did, and the crowd were up off the feet.
92nd minute. Playing around with her at the back. And that's it.
It's finished level
1-1,
here,
boys.
and final whistle.
1-1, first game. Real Betis away. It's not a terrible result.
Alan,
It's
and
decent.
I guess the draw's
Real
probably
Betis will
the
definitely be in
result.
the top half of the table at the end of the season, I think. And after that performance, pretty confident. The team isn't too bad. We got some decent players. Lovely, lovely goal. Well worked down the right hand side, crossed into the back post. And we share the points. As you see the stats here, it was definitely a one-sided game. But we made do with what the chances we had, and we made them count. Definitely improvements needed though, definitely. Okay, just a couple of little things to sort out before I let you go. Fede, happy that he managed to get a run out. Just say, tell him to keep it up. I can't imagine I would have started him. Ruben Alcatraz, a bit worried. Having read some of the speculations surrounding me, I want to ask to give you another chance to prove I'm the best man for the job. I don't know what speculation he's been reading, but he is the current second central midfielder alongside Sume that I will be starting. He's probably one of the best outfield players we got currently. But I'll just tell him I'll consider it anyway, regardless of that. So yeah, next game, massive game. Real Madrid. Don't know if it's home or away. We are away to Real Madrid, second game of the season. It's not ideal, but we have to play them at some point. Better performance needed than the first game, for sure. Right guys, that's where I'm going to leave it there. Massive game going into the next episode, Real Madrid away. Hopefully we don't get absolutely trampled on. Hopefully we can put up a fight and hold our own. If you have made it to the end of the video, thank you very, very much. Very nervous being my very first YouTube video made. If you did like the video, leave a thumbs up. Any constructive criticism, send it my way, put it in the comments. Let me know what you felt I could do better, what I did wrong, what I did well. Anything like that helps me out massively going into the next episode. If you do want to watch me again, see how I get on against Real Madrid, see how the career mode continues, do subscribe. And yeah, thank you very much. I've been Davis. Good night.